Somebody pulled us out of the ritual. Who could it be? So I don't know. I'm not really sure why he was allowed to escape. Malia was taken over by Tetelo, ridden, just in the same way that Tetelo was ridden by her father.
Gabriel! Gabriel, wake up!
Ow, my head.
It's about time. I've been trying to wake you for hours. There's no time to lose.
I had another dream.
It wasn't a dream, believe me. Now come on, get dressed.
Wait a minute. I'm starting to remember. Something about Malia.
She's the head priestess of the Voodoo Cartel. They're responsible for the murders. They've been doing it for years.
Malia? Last night she was the leopard. Like in my dreams, Grace.
I know. Those dreams were a warning. Now come on, get dressed.
But last night, Malia changed. She became something else. And then I blacked out, I think. How did I get home?
I followed you last night. I had my doubts about the Gettys. Did you know that they arrived in New Orleans in 1800? Just in time for the voodoo influx. I knew you were going to try to sneak into a ceremony last night, so I followed you. Lucky for you that I did. If you'd been left at the circle last night, I don't know what she would have done to you.
You're wrong. Malia wouldn't hurt me.
What about Tetelo?
I think she might.
They were chanting that last night. That's the name from Gunter's journal. The woman who took the talisman.
Yes.
Gabriel, it's your destiny you're facing. You can't just blunder your way through this or you'll end up dead. Tetelo will be after you now. You have to call your great-uncle in Germany.
Uncle Wolfgang?
Why? What'll he have to say?
He knows more about this than we do.
Okay, I'll call him. But Malia isn't responsible for those things, Grace. It's that spirit, that Loa. It's Tetelo.
Yeah. Possession is convenient that way. Call Wolfgang, Gabriel. I'll be in the shop.
Yeah, Grace has a point. I mean, Malia decides to go to the rituals, even though when the actual killing happens, it looks like it's Tetelo. I don't know how they escaped, though. I mean, wouldn't they have stopped Grace from just pulling him away?
You'd think.
Guten Tag, Sie haben Schloss Ritter erreicht?
This is Gabriel Knight. Can I speak to Wolfgang, please?
Ja, Herr Knight. Ein Moment, bitte.
Gabriel, it's so good to hear your voice. I had such a dream last night.
If she
There's a
understands
good
English,
reason
why
for
wouldn't
that,
she reply
Uncle
to you in
Wolfgang.
English?
We need to talk.
Ah, it is even worse than I thought.
You bet it is. We have to talk about what I'm supposed to do.
Get your talisman back.
Right.
Tell me
we don't know
about
how to do that.
Tetelo.
Well, from your description of the ritual last night, I'd say that Gunther's mistress, Tetelo, is now the primary Loa for the Gedde tribe. It seems she still controls them by possessing her female descendants and speaking through them. Do you remember in Gunther's journal he said that Tetelo was possessed by her father's Loa during the killings in Charleston?
This sounds similar, but Tetelo has obviously become a much more powerful Loa than her father ever was. Probably because of the added power of the talisman.
Mm-hmm. Pargon.
Tell me more about Tetelo.
I believe she truly loved Gunther. After all, she was raised to be her father's daughter. Their religion was not a choice she made, but a duty she endured. How can she be blamed for that? The spirit she has become, that is a different matter. It is utterly evil. I am certain that the lower Tetela bears little resemblance to the woman Tetela was before the burning in Charleston.
Tetelo. And Tetela.
What can you tell me about Schattenjägers?
Yes, of course. I sometimes forget how little you know of the family, Gabriel. I never understood how Heinz could allow his sons to remain ignorant. But now is not the time for that discussion. Schattenjäger is really two words in English, Gabriel. Schatten means shadow, and Jäger means hunter.
Shadow hunter.
Yes, shadow hunter.
Shadow hunter.
So what is
Tell me
that
more.
then?
We Ritters have been Schattenjägers for many centuries. No one is sure when it began or how, but we have records of ancestors as early as the 13th century fulfilling this role. Some believe that the role was given us when... but such fantasies cannot be of use to you at the moment, Gabriel.
Interesting.
Tell me.
Most people are completely blind to the fact that evil does exist. It is out of vogue at the present, but I tell you, shadows of darkness, spirits, vampires, witches, demons, these things are real. It is to their advantage that the world has become so scientific, so cynical. But we know they exist, Gabriel, and we hunt them.
How do we hunt them? And why?
Why? Because it is our duty. We are the ones who know, Gabriel. As for how, that is something you will have to learn. But it is not easily explained over the phone.
Well, that's helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Not.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Yes. The Tetlos people wear animal masks for their rituals, don't they? It is not at all uncommon. Many occult groups are based heavily on animal totems. Animals have such pure, primal traits. Spirituality, good or bad, is about reaching these pure levels. Aggressive and cunning like the snake. Agile and nurturing like the monkey. Even our family is associated with the image of a lion.
Is it now?
Let's talk about the talisman.
I myself have only seen it in old sketches and paintings, and in my dreams. It was in the family for centuries before Tetelo took it. It is believed to be as old as the role of Schattenjäger itself. The talisman has genuine power. I don't know how or why, but it is so. The Schattenjäger swore to use the power for good, never for evil. For defense, not offense. Since it fell into Tetlo's hands, I'm afraid to think what the power has been used for, or what it will be used for in the future. With the talisman, Tetlo has all the power and we none. The only possible way to fight her is to regain the talisman. Then we will at least be on more equal footing.
How can we
And how might we
regain
go
the
about that?
talisman?
We've been searching for the talisman for years, ever since we lost it. It's a terrible thing to know that something powerful that was entrusted to us is in the wrong hands. The talisman is probably
Damn it,
buried
Gunter.
with Tetlo's remains. That's what gives her lore so much power.
Oh, goody, grave digging.
Okay.
How would we find Tetelo's remains?
Ha! We have pondered that question a long time, the Ritters. There are two probabilities. The first is that her remains are with the tribe at their current location. The other is that the remains were returned to a sacred place near the tribe's original homeland. We've tried to locate Tetlo's African homeland, but Gunter says so little in his journal about her tribe, and slaving records are practically non-existent. Also, Tetlo's tribe was utterly destroyed in its African form in the late 17th century. There was nothing like a census in Africa then. As for the other idea, we had no clue as to where Tetlo's people went after fleeing Charleston, until now.
Have you tried
How would we find-
We must
Ancestry.com?
locate the tribe's original African homeland. Her remains might be there, or they might be in New Orleans, buried among her
It's in
descendants.
Malia's tomb thingy.
Did they ever try
Let's
looking
discuss
in
the
New Orleans?
possible African homeland.
All right. Have you learned anything that might help us locate it?
I spoke with the Professor
Gabriel.
Hartridge.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately for him, he thinks the tribe's name was Agri, and that they lived near the Fon tribe in what is now called the People's Republic of Benin.
That is incredible, Gabriel. I must go research this new information in my library right now.
Wait, what should I do?
Stay low. If you get a chance, you might look into the possibilities that Tetlo's remains are somewhere in New Orleans. But don't try to broach their private areas without my assistance, Gabriel. You will make a fine Schattenjäger, but only if you are not dead.
Sure, I'll wait.
Bye then, Gabriel. And remember, if you need a place of safety, come to Schloss Ritter.
Goodbye, Uncle Wolfgang.
I understand that they couldn't search the entire continent of Africa, but it does sounds like they didn't really look in New Orleans at all. I mean, it's only one city.
That wall sure looks bare with that Dad's painting.
I don't know if I'm really that optimistic about the remake. The remake, the tagline for the remake is, "What can you tell me about voodoo?" Which is like one of the most awkward parts of the game.
Times Picayune, dated June 24th, 1993. There's nothing about the voodoo murders case in the papers today. Gabriel finds a humorous tidbit under the Life is Stranger Than Fiction column. Apparently, there were reports of ghosts in the Bayou Saint Jean last night.
Nope, not
Various
ghosts.
people called the newspaper with stories about hearing strange noises and seeing weird lights over the swamp. Some folks claim it's the ghost of Marie Laveau. The paper relates it to similar delusions that crop up every Halloween. Gabriel's horoscope today reads, "Wise is the warrior who knows when to fight and when to get the hell out of Dodge."
God help me, I'm actually starting to listen to this guy.
That would be the first time that anybody heard anything
I'm going
during
out
one of
for
the
a-
murders.
Be careful.
Mosley says that no one ever hears anything. And yeah, the only lead we have is Malia's tomb. But how are we going to get in?
Don't we have that little bracelet thingy? Doesn't that,
Nope.
oh.
There's like a panel with a keyhole.
Well, we have Mosley's office key. And...
That probably won't work.
Oh.
How are we going to... Oh, okay, it's just open.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah,
The
fine.
plate is up.
Why?
Beneath the plate is a button.
Okay, now stop and think. Why would the plate be up? There's probably somebody in there.
It's a trap.
Or there's probably somebody in there.
Or that.
Opening it is not a very good idea. Maybe somebody dropped something when we pushed the button. Well,
Dang.
doesn't look like there's anybody
Think
there.
there'd be a light.
In a tomb?
For whom?
I'm not sure. I mean, it does have a button for easy access. Do tombs have... Would that, like, be wired?
Oh
Anyway.
my god, so annoying.
I know. I don't know why they decided to do this. Yeah, you can't quite figure out where that broken glass came from. He doesn't tell you what it looks like it's from. So most of these are just, there's nothing of interest in them. But this one here in the middle has that wheel within a wheel symbol. So let's open her up.
Mosley. Shit, I dropped my flashlight. Huh? Ouch.
Knocked
my head.
Gabriel out,
The
but
hell
did
was
not
that?
kill him. Well. Somehow they
Mosley's
left
body is
behind Mosley's
gone.
wallet. Why didn't they? Okay.
Whatever.
Fine. Take the whole fucking wallet. So it appears that Mosley is deceased. But his body's gone, so, you know, maybe he's not. Americans repressed. Isn't that funny?
No.
It's like American Express, but it's Americans repressed.
That's really stupid.
Do you get it?
I'm gonna say no, actually, because that's
I don't
just
either.
stupid.
Yeah, what is the... Yeah. Like, a credit card represses you?
You wouldn't think.
Just don't use it. Let's go try talking to Molly.
Oh yeah, that'll go over great.
I just wanted to see what would happen. Needless to say, this doesn't yield anything.
Miss Getty is unavailable, Mr. Knight.
Fine. I didn't want her knifey ass anyway. You should go to the hospital. You might have a concussion.
Where have you been? I was worried about you.
For good reason, apparently.
What happened? Do you need a doctor?
Nothing you want to know about.
Yes.
And no, just some aspirin.
Gabriel, this is nuts. You have to get out of New Orleans.
No kidding.
Well, listen. Wolfgang called while you were out. He said, and I quote, "Tell Gabriel that I found what I was looking for. It's time for me to do my duty. Schloss Ritter is his now." Now, call me crazy, but I don't think that's good news.
Not for Uncle Wolfie, no.
What are you gonna do?
If I figure it out, I'll let you know.
So,
Do you know anything about this?
How did you get Mosley's credit card? Never mind, I don't even want to know. Tell it to the judge.
so Gabriel can't afford a flight to Germany, but maybe Mosley can. Now, how will we find the phone number of a travel agent? Yep, it's that same damn page.
Good thing everything important starts with a C.
Yeah. Do
I'm doing the best I can.
businesses show up on pages, on white pages? I guess they do. It's just that you have like many
Hello.
pages.
See the World Travel
Without a
Agency.
business.
How may I help you?
How much for a trip to Rittersburg, Germany?
Rittersburg, Germany? Hold on, let me look that up. I can fly
Kids,
you
a
into
travel
Munich.
agent
That's
was
the
like
closest airport to
kayak.com,
Rittersburg.
but you
can
called
rent a car
them.
from there or take the train.
Oh, and it was really expensive.
Let's see. The best price I can see for the flight is $1,400. What would you like to do?
$1,400.
Charge it to my Americans repressed.
Yes, sir. And your name was?
Mosley.
Whatever, he's dead.
20 years ago, $1,400 is an obscene amount of money. Like, that's probably $2,500 or $3,000.
Guess what? I'm going to Germany.
Really? That's great, but how on earth could you afford?
A man's got to do what a man's got to do.
Oh my God. I wouldn't like the sound of that even if you were a man.
I miss you too, Grace.
I like Grace's repartee.
Goodbye, Gracie.
Good luck. Let me know what's going on, will you?
Did he pack a
Of
bag?
course.
All he wears is jeans and t-shirt.
Yeah, but he'd want some additional
Well,
jeans.
maybe he
and-
figures he can buy some there. I guess I could have gone and talked to Grandma. I didn't think to try. See if she had an opinion about all this.
Wolfgang?
Hello. My name is Knight.
Nope.
Gabriel Knight.
Herr Knight. Oh, kommen Sie bitte, Herren. I mean, come in, please, Herr Knight. I was not expecting you. Has Wolfgang sent you here?
Uncle Wolfgang? No, I came to see him. Isn't he here?
No, he is gone. I'm sorry. You came all this way.
Oh, great. That's all I need.
Herr Knight, Wolfgang told me all about you and gave me instructions for you to feel welcome here. Please, this is your home. You are a Ritter, no? I am just doing some work. I will continue and you may make yourself comfortable. If there is anything you need, please ask me. You may use Wolfgang's bedroom. It is at the top of the stairs.
Thank you, Miss,
You may call me Gerda, Herr Knight.
Actually, Wolfgang told me that this castle belongs to me.
Yep.
So I think we need to renegotiate your pay. There's the lion, which Wolfgang said was a symbol of the Schattenjägers.
can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
Where do you think Wolfgang went?
I don't know, but I have a feeling he has gone off to go be Schattenjäger again. He is too old for such chasing around. His heart is very weak. He has not left this castle for 5 years, and now this.
Tell me what you know about Schattenjägers.
As Wolfgang may have told you, Schattenjäger means shadow hunter. The Ritter family have
Got it.
always been Schattenjägers. It is a kind of priesthood, though not as restrictive as most.
Tell me
Insinuation
something.
number
This
1 that
Ritter has
maybe
stood
Wolfgang and
many
Gerda are
centuries.
involved.
No one knows how long. It was once the pride of Bavaria, but now it is in disrepair. Wolfgang received offers to open the castle for tourists. He has resisted, though, even though the castle is in desperate need of repairs. To him, this ground is sacred.
Can you show me Wolfgang's library?
How do you know about his library?
He
When
said
we
he
talked
had to
on the
go to his
phone,
library.
He said he was going to do some research.
Why do we
in
have
his
to
library.
explain that?
Yeah, I mean,
thought
is it
maybe
a
if I saw
secret?
what he was researching.
It's a big castle. It probably has one.
Yeah,
Yep.
a good idea, Herr Knight, but I'm afraid I cannot show you the library.
Why?
You see, I have never been in it. Only a Schattenjäger can enter the library.
I see. Tell me
Is
something.
that by
I can
convention
tell you
or
what they
what?
say in the village. What I heard when I was small. To the villagers, the Ritters are a little, how do you say, tragic, to be pitied. They say that the Ritters were chosen by God to fight evil. But something happened. One of them was cursed, and so the Ritters lost the way.
Damn
They
it,
struggle
Gunter.
still, but like a lame dog,
Seriously?
you see? Without the power or magic they once had.
Gunter's...
Tell me what you...
Each Schattenjäger passes on his knowledge to a younger man in the Ritter line when the time is right.
Gunter's journal mentions that he hopes that his stint in hell will be long and horrible. I don't know whether that means that Gunter killed himself right after the events of the comic book or what. Got it. Big bedroom. Either Wolfgang left very recently or Gerda feels quite at home in this room herself. Okay. That's suggestion number 2, that maybe Gerda and Ritter and Wolfgang has some kind of relationship. This is the door to the library. We can't open it. So I guess there's like a spell that keeps the door locked unless you're a ordained Schottenjäger. I don't know.
Okay, then.
Take me back to the 20th century, please.
Isn't a chamber pot bigger than that? I mean, you'd be able to go like maybe one time in that. I guess you just throw it out the window.
Yeah, a servant has to come get it.
Okay, so we want to get in the library. So how do we become an ordained Schottenjäger? There's only 3 rooms you can access right now. The bedroom, this main hall, and this room off to the right. The room off to the right is a chapel of some kind. Yeah, St. George is the patron saint of Schloss Ritter. Okay, so there's some pictorial panels. Let's ask Gerda what she knows about this.
What is your relationship
What up with the
Wolfgang?
chapel, yo?
Herr Knight,
Are you
my
porking
relationship
him?
with your uncle is
Or is
really
he
none of
porking
your
you, I
business.
guess?
You're right, Gerda. I apologize. Forget I asked.
They're
What
doing
can
it.
you tell me about those wall panels in the chapel?
The hangings? They describe the Schottenjäger initiation ceremony.
Where's the one about being
Tell
paddled?
me about the Schattenjäger initiation ceremony.
Each young man of the Ritter line must go through the ceremony when he dedicates himself to be a Schattenjäger.
But what does the ceremony do?
I do not know, Herr Knight. The only people present are the old Schattenjäger and the new. But I think it must be similar to a priest's ordination or a wedding, a ceremony of intent and oath.
You.
Is there a problem, Herr Knight?
You said wedding. I'm okay now.
Haha. See, because, you know, he doesn't want to be married.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get it? So he's afraid of the word wedding. Yeah. All right. Panels on the walls. Wash your hands, I guess, or go out in the rain and put your hands up. Certainly looks like cutting your hair
Yeah.
is the second one. Third one is kind of ambiguous. It looks like a cup and like water. Ocean waves? Okay, fine, maybe. But what I don't know what that could possibly mean. Okay, that one's pretty clear. Put some of your blood into it. Looks like a dude kneeling. And then
There's a scroll to
There's a
read.
scroll. And we saw a scroll on the wall in Wolfgang's bedroom. So. And yes, that looks to be the altar that we're supposed to kneel at. Okay, so we need to do some shits. First order of business, wash our hands. Well, we haven't seen a bathroom, and it appears that they have chamber pots, so...
There should be a picture on our little commode.
Yeah,
though.
but there ain't.
How,
So,
Oh, jeez.
wash our hands in the snow. You can try taking the snow, you can try putting the snow into the chamber pot, and none of that will work. Use the snow is the only thing that works.
Alrighty.
Yep. Alright. Step 1 complete.
Did we have the chalice? Was it down there in the...
Yeah, we're gonna use the chamber pot.
Oh, jeez. That's gross.
Well, hopefully it's clean. Alright. Cut our hair. Oh, Gabriel, you card. You're gonna make a joke about cutting your hair, aren't you?
I hate this. There. That's plenty.
I don't know that Gabriel's personality works if he's so prissy.
Mm.
You know? Like he's a womanizing chauvinist
This scroll looks
that's obsessed with his hair. Maybe he's blatantly gay.
I don't know.
Mm. Like who is so outwardly heterosexual and yet cares so much about his hair? It's odd. We need a knife to cut ourselves
this
with.
dagger.
It is the knife of a Schattenjäger. You may take it, Herr Knight. Everything in this castle is yours now.
Everything, huh?
Hmm.
And we need one more thing. We need to make an ocean.
Mm.
This is a dumb puzzle.
What is she doing?
She's
Is that a shaker of
she's
salt?
peeling potatoes.
In the middle of the hallway?
Yeah,
Well,
salt.
there's no kitchen. Did you see one?
Mind if I take it?
No.
But I think there might
Thanks.
be one.
Nope, no kitchens. Okay, now we've got everything we need. Step 1 and 2 we've already done. Step 3 is to put an ocean into a chalice, and we're going to use the chamber pot and the salt instead. You would think water, but you cannot put water into the chamber pot. If you try using the chamber pot in the snow, Gabriel will say something like, I don't know what you mean.
Mm.
Okay. I don't know why salt would be. Is salt an iconographic thing?
I mean, maybe. It
In
would make sense
Christianity?
if it were.
But what?
Like the salt of the earth, the pillar of salt. There's lots of salt.
Okay. Pillar of salt was a bad thing.
Well,
A
yeah, but
reminder of Lot's wife.
you needed salt.
I like how Lot's wife doesn't have a name.
Yeah, well, you know.
All right, cut Gabriel. Which he uses his arm and not his finger or something.
Mm.
All right, whatever.
Oops, nearly hit an artery.
Okay. To kneel, you operate the altar.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. And finally, read this scroll.
St. George, patron of the light, who hunts
Hmm,
the
good thing it's
shadows
in
of the
English.
night.
Yeah.
Sort of
Upon my
unexpected.
blood I call thee now, purify me, for I avow to set my feet upon thy road, thy sword I take up for mine own.
Another vacuum cleaner starts up.
Oh, excuse me. I was just vacuuming. I did not know you were in here.
Oh, that's all right. I've done about all I can do in here anyway. I give up.
You look tired, Herr Knight. Why don't you go to bed?
Sure, why not?
I will clean everything up. You need not worry.
I
Okay,
can't
you're gonna clean up
believe
the
I
bloody
cut
salt
my
that I
hair
left here.
for nothing.
The hairy, bloody salt.
No, I don't think the hair is in the. I think you just have to cut your hair. I don't think the hair is.
I
in-
assumed you would put it in the mix with the...
Well, maybe it is. I don't know. That night, Gabriel dreams.
Uh-oh, dragon.
Your soul smells, Gabriel Knight. You seek
kinda
to be
rude.
It is.
Schattenjäger.
It's a feisty dragon.
I do.
You must first burn away the past. How
Well, we
much
sexually
sin
harass our
did you have
secretary
to
a lot.
burn?
Well, okay. I mean, I've committed many crimes just in the past few days. Do you want to hear about all of them?
Impersonating an officer.
I robbed a church.
People all your life. Never committed to anything. Turn back now, and I will forget that you asked for this.
No!
It's kind of a weird no.
Yeah.
You think it'd be like,
There are
no.
only two things that redeem you. First, that you have Ritter blood in your veins. Second, that 3 women, have loved you purely.
Whose mom is Grandma and what's her name? Grace?
Maybe.
Start of the path,
Maybe Malia.
so
How can she love you purely when she's like a voodoo queen?
be a Shatterdigger until you have earned it.
How?
I cannot show you the path, but I can tell you that you will have to let go of the greater part of yourself, Gabriel Knight.
What's that supposed to mean?
Okay, but I wanted to cut my hair, will I?
Yes. Now you asked for purification. You shall have it.
This is called a purge diet. You will drink some kind of mix of carrot juice and maple syrup and cayenne pepper.
Oh no!
Oh, goody, a key.
The strange version of yourself becomes a key. Okie dokie. That seems to indicate that we're going to get into the library today.
Yep.
Sledgehammer would probably do the job.
Yeah.
What a night. I'm sore all over.
You realize that you slept in your shoes?
Yeah.
I don't believe it. It's the key from my dream.
Indeed it is.